Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be a good one between the New York Giants and the Houston Texans. I'll talk to you again at halftime. But for the call of this one, let's send it out to our EA Sports broadcast team. It's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, this place can get downright loud when the roof is closed, and that's the situation here today at NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the New York Giants. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
Here's the kicker, Aldrich Rosas, ready to get us going. And off we go on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out is their quarterback, the former 12th overall pick. Some refer to him as the natural, Deshaun Watson. Now, 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll try and run it. And he's got a first down and then some at midfield. And down right around the 37. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. So here are the starters for this offensive unit. Lamar Miller, very good out of the backfield.
And getting better all the time. The more touches he gets in a game, the bigger his impact on it.
Going to run the sweep here. This is Hopkins. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And it's now 3-0 Texans. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now Saquon Barkley, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We own them. We own them. 5.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Ready. 10 Lobo. Man, I got you. Let's go.
This is Gallman. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? Five or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Barkley. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. Here's the offense, and we give you too much power here. We let you highlight the player. Why'd you choose Zeitler?
Because I think the big guys up front never get enough credit. Kevin Zeitler, a guard, tough, nasty. We've got to give him some love.
Come on, set. 15 line. 15 line.
On 2nd down now, Barkley. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Versatile players on defense are all the rage in the NFL, but it also helps to have a Benardrick McKinney who does one thing very, very well, and that's tackle ball carriers. Big man, big size inside, looks like a defensive end playing inside linebacker, still has the ability to run and cut runners off before they can get downfield.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. So on 4th down, on comes the Giants kicker, Aldrick Rosas. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Good field position to start the drive after the missed field goal. Here's 1st down from the 42. Play action for Miller. Now Watson rolling to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC, and he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Full set. 3T. Check, 47.
They keep it with Miller on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Someone's looking fresh, and his O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Watson with a give to Miller, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Out of the gun, Watson. Finding fouls complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now Watson's throw is taken in by QT.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Set. 19. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, you and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now Jones. He completes it to Tate. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Got it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. DeAndre Carter's deep for the Texans. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll throw out wide to QT, complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 6.
27, 19. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. A Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Texans defense heading back out now, ready to get their cracks again. And a big reason they've got the lead here in the first half, some of these hits we're going to see here.
Almost like they're a group of superheroes, right? Something out of a comic book. Boom, pow, biff. They are really playing well and making things happen on their side of the ball.
Taking me back to my childhood a bit.
There you go. You had a collection, didn't you?
I did. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes there's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check. First down.
Now it's Barkley, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Under 10. 10.
From the gun, Jones. He dumps it off to Barkley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Ready. 41 to Mike. Check 41. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off.
A first down carry for Barkley. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's go. 70, Indy.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Here we go.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Now Jones on 1st and 10. Catch made by Slayton. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score
6-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. It's hauled in by Shepard. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. This is Shepard on the catch. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. His first catch, good for 14 there and a 1st down.
Break. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Mike, get it.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And Barkley will try to punch it in. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
We take a win. Mike 41.
Operating from the gun. Jones. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton there to make the grab as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
Let's get it.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Rosas good with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well, and they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. They start the drive with Hyde. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Focus, defense, focus.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. Open man, the tight end falls. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Back to throw, Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Watson throwing quickly to Hopkins. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Mike 29. Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
On 2nd down, it's Miller. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. That's caught out wide by Stills. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
From the gun, here's Watson. That complete to Lamar Miller. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
Watson and the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 6 of his throws on this drive. And back to the ground. Hyde. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Screen play, Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
To throw is Watson, operating from the gun. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Now Watson. Stepping up, he's fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And who's got it? The Giants.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
17 yards and a Giant first down.
It means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Barkley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Come on, set, 30 base. Check 41. Keep it up, defense, keep it up, guys.
From the 41, Jones. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by Deshaun Gibson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. Knowledge and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. This is Miller. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Set. 19. Watch the curl. Big Dan.
On 2nd down now, it's Miller. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Watson now to throw. He's got Fuller. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Watson now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run with Miller. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Set. 19. Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 15 now. Watson, open man is QT, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
A gain of 10 makes it 3rd and 5.
A 3rd field goal of the 1st half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Easy work. It's easy work. It's coming again.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. So he's been a busy man here in this 1st half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. These situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that second touchdown now. A first down carry for Barkley won't lead to much as he'll take this forward for maybe a yard. It's second down. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. 2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give him 9, though, on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. They've got the lead. They haven't really had to utilize him all that much so far, but I guess if you're winning on the scoreboard, not too much to complain about.
Not at all, but you know those guys out wide. They want as many catches as they can possibly get. They may need him later on if things get a little tighter.
Yeah, so far 2 catches. We'll see what happens here as the game progresses. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
At the 41-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The Texans on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, Watson. Finding fouls complete. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll roll him out right, and he's going to keep it here. Past the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Let's go.
So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback who's scrambling around actually takes off and runs downfield, and that's exactly what he did.
They come out here in the eye. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. They'll run for it with Hyde. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
1 man in the backfield. That's Miller. 2nd and goal. Here's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Texans push further out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. You know, normally he's probably pretty happy with his performance at this point. He's played pretty well. Bottom line, they're down on the scoreboard, so I'm guessing he's not that happy.
No, the fantasy owners who have him for this week, oh, they're happy with what's going on. But for him leading a team, trying to win a ball game, I agree with you. Not happy at all. Trying to figure out how to up his game and inspire his teammates to do the same.
That's a true leader.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Shoot.
Here's Jones on first down. He completes it to Tate. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. 55 to Mike. Coming to you. Coming to you. Ready.
Jones now throwing on first down. Finds his tight end Ingram. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Get it.
Now Jones. Pass incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's 3rd and 4.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Jones from the gun on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Deshaun Watson of the Texans offense trot back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. From his goal line here, Watson. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Hyde. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now it's Watson. And Watson's going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports halftime report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you gotta expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Let's go. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Well, Jones is hit. He lost the football. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Now whistles here and a flag down.
False start.
I think a Giant
Offense.
jumped early. Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
3 down.
Back to throw. Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got. What you got? Go.
Throwing on third and long. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. J.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. Sort of a slow and steady game so far, but reliable for him here in this third quarter.
Sounds like we're describing a possession receiver, right? The one that finds a way to make the big catches, the ones that break the backs of defenses, keep first downs, accumulating. I think he's that and maybe a little bit more.
Yeah, he's been pretty good so far. We'll see if he can make this good game a great game. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. A little jet sweep to start the drive. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
On second down, it's Miller. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. From the gun on third, Watson. And he's going to have the hook up to QT. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. That'll bring up fourth down after back-to-back-to-back 3-yard pickups.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Brian Anger now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. New York set to take the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Down.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. It's hauled in by Shepard. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one goes for 24 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing Jones. And his throw here's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Avoids him at the 40, and he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 35-yard line. Now Saquon Barkley. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Bradley Roby, the quarterback, there to make the stop.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the screen.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Get it.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Jones now on 1st down. And this is Shepard on the catch. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 7-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They only get 5 out of that quick slant, but that's good enough for a first.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll look to throw again. Just fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
I know one thing. The team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
That's what I do.
First down, a run with Hyde. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Again, it's Hyde. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back to throw, Watson. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And New York set to take the field. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players too who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Again, it's Barkley. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this is going to be incomplete. But the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Riley Dixon now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And now out comes Houston. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their own 16. From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to take off with it. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Reset. 19. 29. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Got an open man, it's QT. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Watson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Miller. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
27-yard line.
27, 19. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And they're able to pick up the first and keep possession. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They isolate Hopkins on the left side.
So don't say nothing.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now Watson. And he's in. It's a Houston Texans touchdown.
Great job, man. Keep giving them touchdowns.
The quarterback run has eaten him up all game long, and there he goes again, this time into the end zone.
And what I like about what I'm seeing, absolutely running almost with impunity. He's not worried about his body. He's not worried about sliding. He's not worried about protecting himself. He's worried about getting yardage. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got to start figuring out what these blocking schemes are and finding ways to defeat them.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the final act belonged to Deshaun Watson in his touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Jones operating from the gun. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You've got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant 1st down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. That'll bring up 2nd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again, Jones. And his throw is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. Now there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. A 10th carry for Hyde. And Hyde will not get there as they force him to the ground shy of the marker. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
From the gun, Jones. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
60 Pittsburgh.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Got a man, Slayton. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 43.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together?
Let's go. 90 Wolf. 55 Mike. Time to go right now.
Jones now throwing on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Bradley Roby there defensively.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. This is Barkley. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Jones operating from the gun. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Russell Shepard, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jones from the gun. He'll throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Ready. 70, Indy. Go. Big river.
A first down carry for Barkley. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Throwing on 2nd down. Jones, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route, worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A 10-play drive that time, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
They'll run it again with Miller. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. Open man, the tight end falls. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Offense.
So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The New York set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Operating from the gun. Jones to Barkley on the check down. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 28-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Just like that. Just like that.
Now Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 4 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Jones. And Ingram holds it in. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jones, operating from the gun, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Jones now to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he goes out right around the 39. They'll get 3 out of the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively? Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent. But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. On 2nd down, Hyde. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now a play fake here on first down. Out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And that totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
Now it's Miller. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Hyde. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Exit, exit.
Here's Hyde. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.